Hello, my name is Carlo Palacios, and I'm going to be explaining what I did for Lab 1. So this is the folder I'm going to send, which contains these 4 files over here. This is the folder that contains my modify files, specifically. The ones that I did for the module, the ones I did for the system call. I'm going to go over them in a second. Then this one contains the entire kernel. All of the files, as you can see, some are over here, but this contains all the modifications that I did. Also, it has a readme file, which is this one, explaining what each folder represents. As you can see, there's no link for the video since I'm just making it. And I also have the report in there. So, I'm going to be explaining what I did for the first part. I'm going to dive into this folder and explain the module real quick, where I have these 2 files. So, I'm going to move to that folder. Okay, now that I'm here, I'm going to be explaining what this file does, testoid.c. So I'm gonna go into the file and I'm just gonna explain what it does real quick. So basically, in order for you to insert or remove a module, you have to make these 2 calls, module_init and module_exit respectively. And for the parameters, you're gonna have the name of the functions that you're gonna insert and remove. As we can see, we have 3 different messages when I inserted and 3 different messages when I removed the module. And then we also need a module license, which basically tells you if this file is going to be private or if it's going to be global. So I'm going to make it, which will take care of that file over here. Now that I did that, I can see that I created that KO file, which is the one that I was looking for. Now that I have created the module, I'm going to insert it. So this will be the call, and I just have to type the name of the file, KO. So now it loaded the module into the kernel. So now in order for me to see the message, let's hit that. And as you can see, those are the 3 messages that I had in the beginning. Usually you will see a lot of more things, but I kind of clear the log file, so you only see those 3. Now that I created that, I'm going to remove it, and in order for me to remove it, I just have to hit and the name of the file, and in this case, I'm not going to need to put that KO. I can just do that. So, just did it. Now, see the file again, and as you can see, these are the other 3 messages that I have. Being that said, that will be the first part of this lab. I'm going to be explaining the other one right away. So now, what I'm going to do is move to the other folder. So, where I have the files where I implemented a system call. Now, based on the instruction, I was supposed to change 4 files over here between adding my call to the table and making a make file. Those 4 files will be this over here. Then inside of this folder, I will have another 4 files, which would be the 5 steps that I have over here. One to make the folder, and then make a make file, create my program, which would be these 2, and then another 2 to test them. Now to save some time, I already moved into this folder, and I'm gonna show you what I did for my file. So I will do this. And explain what I did. So what this file is going to do, first is going to print this line over here, which will be showing my current process ID, and it will be showing my Panther ID that I hard-coded and put it in a file, this one over here, and I sent it as a parameter over here. And that's how I displayed it. Now the next thing that I'm going to show is this line over here, which will show the current time and the current date. Now in order for me to do that, I have to call this class Linux/time.h. So I'm going to show some files of how I got it. I was able to call these two structures over here. One gives me the amount of seconds that I have, and the other one gives me the date. So by calling this to underscore get time of day, I was able to get the seconds over here, as you can be shown in this document that I found online. So by making this call tv underscore that sec, which will be here, I was able to get the time in seconds. Now it will show a huge number, so that's why I did mod 60, just so I could get the exact amount of seconds. Still, timing the amount of seconds that I have here in general, I was able also to get the amount of minutes. First, I will divide it by 60, because obviously you have 60 minutes, and then I did mod 60 to get it under 60. That will be for the minutes, and I will be doing the same thing for in order to get the hours. I will get this amount of minutes and divide it by 60, and then I will do mod 24 because we have 24 hours in one day, obviously. And then I did this minus 4 because this gives me, I think it was GMT time, and I was looking for EST. That's why I did the minus 4. Now I also called time underscore 2 underscore TM, and that gives me the option to call the day, the month, and the year. Now I don't have any problems with the month because it's from 1 to 31, that's fine. But then for the month it shows from 0 to 11, so that's why I had to add +1 over here. Then for the year, it shows the number of years starting from 1900, so that's why I did 1900. So if I was in year 2000, this would only show 100. That's why it shows this addition. Now this if statement is just to get fancier. If I wanted to print AM or PM, depending if the hour was above 12, just because I didn't want to show military time. So that's what basically this whole program is doing. And these are just variables that I used in order to play with these calls over here. So being that said, let's test it. So obviously after I finished modifying all of the files, I had to reinstall the kernel, which took forever, to be honest. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm already in this folder, probably last year that will be this folder over here. So what I'm going to do is test it first. So it would be shouldn't be capitalized. Okay, so it should create this file here, and it returns 0, which is a good sign, means the program is working because it was supposed to return 0. And then we just display the messages. Oh, right there, I misspelled that. There we go. So this is from the last program that we did, and this will show the name of the file that I have, the process ID, and it will also show my Panther ID, which was again hard-coded over here. It also shows the current time, which is, wow, 4 in the morning, almost 5. That makes sense because the time is over here, not lying, it's right there. And the date, we're on the 9th. There we go. I just noticed that this is not exactly the folder where I did it because it doesn't show the ./a.out file over here. It's because I did it on the other one, the one that has the entire kernel should be in here. So that's the one. So it works. That would be everything for Lab 1. Thank you.